All right, welcome and happy Friday. This live show is not sponsored by Canada Dry. For some reason tonight I felt like having a ginger ale. I suppose I could mix this with wine, but nah, just straight ginger ale tonight, so cheers. That's actually quite refreshing. So, as some of you know, I broke my foot back in April. Went to the foot doctor yesterday. The doctor says what I need is lots of vitamin D and sunshine. I'm like, Florida, no potholes. Anyway, my foot is healing much better. I actually, this weekend, I'll show you this, those of you watching this later, this weekend is the annual famous Dean Martin Festival. Of course, the famous singer, the King of Cool, is something they've been doing for over 20 years, I do believe. I went downtown where they have an outdoor concert with one of the Dean Martin singer impersonators. I didn't stay long because with my foot still not healed completely, it gets sore after a certain amount of walking. But I stuck around because one of my friends has a little portable gelato stand. The homemade gelato. Janet, thank you. It is absolutely delicious gelato. She gave me something new, creamy butterscotch. Anyway, the Dean Martin Festival, look it up online. Of course, Dino's probably the most famous Dino song is "When the Chromebook Hits Your Eye Like a Big Pizza Pie." That's amore. Cheers. All right, so for tonight, some random news and see if I can answer some of the questions that have posted recently or some comments. Somebody had asked about updating an expired, out-of-date Chromebook. Is it safe and can you do it? There is something, and I think I've mentioned this before. I install it. It's called Lacros. Let's see if I can bring it up here. So it's Lacros. And what this does, this is by Google. It's a Linux, it's a modified version of the web browser. And what this does, this takes the place of the browser, of the default browser in Chromebook. And you can, if you install this, you can extend the life of your expired Chromebook. Okay, now, this does not update the entire Chromebook. It does not update the entire machine. It just allows you to install this specific web browser, get the security update so you can extend the life of your Chromebook as safely as possible. Keep in mind that once machines are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, even if you can get them working, they're probably not going to run as fast as what they used to be brand new. But I installed this on an Acer Chromebook 15. And it works. It didn't take that long to install. You have to reboot. And it allows me to use my expired Acer Chromebook 15 beyond a certain amount of time. Now, that specific Chromebook, I just use it for web browsing. You know, go on the web, catch some videos, some news, stream some music. It has, that Acer Chromebook 15 has two really nice, left and right on top of the laptop, two big speakers, almost like boombox speakers. So I wanted to keep using that because it has some really good sound. So it expired officially June the 1st, the one Chromebook I have, and by installing the Lacros. Lacros stands for Linux and Chrome OS. And Google was able to, at least for now, extend the life of my expired Chromebook. And since probably a lot of people, most people, use Chromebooks mainly for web browsing, maybe that's all you need. I don't know. But if you, all it does is install that specific web browser, and it updates that web browser. No feature updates, not the machine itself, just the web browser, so you can continue to safely browse the web, well, as safely as possible, if that makes any sense. Another drink of ginger ale. Okay, I came across A bit of Ubuntu or canonical news. Of course, they're the brains behind probably the most famous Linux-based system in the world, Ubuntu, of course. And I still use Ubuntu and Ubuntu-based systems, but apparently one of their goals is to make the Firefox browser, the Snap package version, excuse me, of the Firefox web browser. They're trying to make it so it runs faster. I have a solution to this problem. Don't use Firefox at all. I'm not sure why, but in Linux only, okay? Chrome works the best. Performance, never had an issue. And my second favorite browser for Linux would probably be Brave. Probably for Windows too. There's something about Firefox in Linux, it doesn't always work. I installed in Ubuntu Mate, I tried to install a snap package or a flatpak of Firefox. I must have waited a good 10, 12 seconds, it still wouldn't launch. So there's something about snap packages and flatpaks. These are supposed to be the future of Linux software, and they're not quite there, at least not yet. For me, they've been kind of disappointing. So I use what works. I do use a snap package VLC in Linux Mint. That works great, actually. And just a few days ago, I tested something called, it's a music web player. I think it's called Shortwave in Linux Mint, Flatpak, and you know what? That actually launched pretty fast. I was impressed. So it seems like with snap packages and flatpaks, it is going to be a hit and miss at what works and what doesn't work and what launches and what takes too long. You know, use what works. Generally, I will tend to avoid snaps and flatpaks and use the default package manager. In my case, I enjoy using the Synaptic package manager. If you are using Ubuntu base, stick with that. It's going to be the best way to install applications, or just use the software manager if you're using Linux Mint or Ubuntu or whatever. And try to avoid, in my opinion, try to avoid flatpaks and snap packages because they don't always work and they can tend to be really, really slow. Very disappointing. Especially when you're used to something launching, you know, within seconds. Anyway, that's my thoughts on snap packages and flatpaks. Maybe they still are the future of Linux software, but not today. All right. Somebody actually had a comment. One of the more useful videos I've ever done, it's on a Buick, on a car, replacing the power window panel, the switch on the door. I was able to change mine. It was only like $30. A lot of you seem to like that. Didn't realize how easy it is. But anyway, yeah. So those of you who say thank you for commenting on that. That video is old. But anyway, you can easily replace, if you have a Buick Rendezvous or something similar, you can easily replace. You can order that power switch door panel on Amazon. At the time, it was only $30. I'm not sure what it is now. They're easy to replace if you want to do it yourself. And I actually had to replace the driver's side and the passenger side switch. Hey, it's a GM. What can I say? But anyway, thank you for posting those nice comments about that. The how to install printers seems to be popular videos here on the Total OS channel. Although installing printers is not that hard anymore, I don't think, for Linux, but those videos seem to be helpful. I did some walking tonight, so I'm still kind of thirsty. That's why I'm drinking my ginger ale. So thank you for all the comments as far as that goes. I took a look at the latest Mukulu Linux Mukulu Linux Shift Pro. The gentleman who makes that is from Vietnam, of all places. Now, how cool is that? Anyway, check out Mukulu Linux Shift Pro, I believe is the full name. That gives you the ability to switch between 16 different themes or 16 different desktops. I've never seen that before. I tested it, and it works perfectly. Very impressive. So if you're looking for Linux, lots of eye candy that appears to work and is functionable, Check out Mukulu Linux Shift Pro. That's a mouthful. Okay. What else is on my list here? Let's talk. Let's talk the Halo TV series. Anarita, I think you had a comment or a question about the Halo TV series and what makes me an expert or something about that. It was something about screenwriting and why I don't think it's that bad. It's something to the effect of that, Anarita. Okay. I think most of you know what Halo is. It's a famous, game on Xbox for the last 20 years. Well, Paramount Plus released it on March 24th, the Halo TV series. They released it on my birthday, March 24th. How did Paramount know it was my birthday? I have no idea, but thank you. They did 9 episodes. And a lot of the reviews on YouTube have not been too kind. And I don't think it's what fans, including myself, of Halo, I don't think it's what fans really expected or necessarily what they wanted. Okay, there was one of two ways to make the Halo TV series, okay? And by the way, I don't know if they used computers based on Linux for the special effects. Maybe they did. Anybody who's on the production staff of Halo, let me know if you guys are using Linux-based systems. It'd be kind of cool. A TV show like Halo, where people know the Halo name and the Master Chief and all that, there was one of two ways to make the TV series, okay? You could do it like the game and make the series based on a one-man killing machine, kind of like the Terminator, from A to Z, and the fans, like myself, probably would have been satisfied and probably would have been cool to see that. But it wouldn't be different. It wouldn't be unique. It would not have been different. Or they chose to take a different path on the Halo TV series and make the Master Chief more human, less a machine. Flashback to his childhood and how he got to be the Master Chief and all this. I won't go into spoilers. But the producers of the show, the writers, decided to take a more human, emotional look at this icon, this person, the Master Chief, Spartan 117, his name is John. Now, they did 9 parts, 9 episodes of Halo TV, okay? Each episode was not exactly a hit. There was one episode where the Master Chief wasn't even in that episode. To me, that's a throwaway episode. I'm not sure why even do that. So it's a hit and miss. So the writers of the show took a more human, personable approach to the Master Chief and Halo. I use the word didactic. The best film, entertainment TV, the best entertainment is didactic, meaning it's entertaining and it's enlightening. Examples of something didactic in film would be The Godfather, Part 1 and 2, A Few Good Men, Schindler's List, Hacksaw Ridge. I'm sure there's a lot more. So the best entertainment, the best movies, is the ones that entertain you, but they enlighten you, meaning they try to present in some form what it means to be human, meaning we are flawed, we're not perfect, okay? So I think that was the attempt in the Halo TV series. And for the most part, I think they succeeded. I thought the ending was fantastic. I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Again, each episode was a kind of a hit and miss. I think overall I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I'm looking forward to season 2. They start filming this summer in Budapest. Of all places, don't ask me why, Budapest, maybe it's cheaper to film there. I believe the cost of the Halo TV series was $90 million. That's not a lot. Considering a 2-hour movie like Top Gun 2 cost almost $200 million to make. If you have 8 hours or so of Halo TV for only $90 million, that's not a lot. If they would have done strictly special effects all the way through the season, they probably would have to spend $500 million. That's not reasonable or realistic. But I thought the actors did a great job. The actor for Halo, the Master Chief, Pablo Schreiber, to be honest, I never heard of him. I guess he's originally from Canada. He went to school at Carnegie Mellon here in Pittsburgh, which is about 30 miles away, some 20 years ago. I think. He's perfectly cast as the Master Chief, in my opinion, for the role that he was presented with. So for all the Halo haters on YouTube, I think you got it wrong. Personally, yes, it's not what you expected. It's not what I expected. It is what it is. So I'm looking forward for season 2. Again, they start filming this summer. We'll probably see it next spring, maybe next birthday of mine. So thank you, Paramount Plus, for only charging $5 a month for Paramount Plus to watch Halo and Star Trek Strange New Worlds. So no wine tonight, but I got my ginger ale. So cheers to Halo producers and Paramount Plus. This is my Canada Dry again. For those of you who watch this later, if we have any Halo fans out there, please post it in the comments below. My son and I have thoroughly enjoyed Halo TV, even if it's not perfect, but it wasn't meant to be. One last thing, the actor who does the Master Chief, he says they purposely did the show to make the fans uncomfortable. Hey, that's what he says, so you guys can check it out. It's only $5 a month, and I think you'll enjoy seeing Halo. By the way, in that show, that Jeep, the Warthog, 4-wheel drive and 4-wheel steering. If I have one of those Jeeps here in Ohio, I ain't got to worry about no freaking potholes. Let me tell you, they got wheels the size of, a garage door. Anyway, that Jeep is slick, and they built a few of those, and those I think they're like $100,000 each. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Halo and all the Halo hatred. All right. Let's see. I actually have some notes here in front of me. Did I miss anything? Like I said, ever since I broke my foot, I haven't been right, but I'm doing better. Thank you for all your thoughts, by the way. It is healing. I just can't play tennis or go jogging for a while, at least for another month or two. You know, it's ironic. This is probably going to be the worst summer of the pandemic period for me, because of my stupidity in breaking my foot. But anyway, those are my thoughts as far as for tonight's show. So I'm going to jump here into the chat to see if anybody's there. I'm sure many of you will probably watch this later. Sorry that I missed you. I tried to set something up last Saturday night. I sent some email out, and only one person showed up. Look, it's summertime. People have plans. It's summertime here in the States and in Canada. I totally get it. So for tonight, I thought I'd just go solo and see who pops in. But anyway, let me go in the chat here. Actually, let me present this visual. I like this cool visual here with the sound bars. I think this is so cool. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Just something different. So, yeah. All right. Let me go to split screen here. And we'll see if anybody's in the chat. If not, then we'll wrap it up. And I'll watch some Halo again. All right. The stream looks good. All right, what do we have here? TJ Wolf. He says, "Hi, Toss. How you doing?" I'm doing fine, thank you. My foot's doing better, too. And if I take a trip to Florida, I'll probably feel really good. Timo. Oh, Tim. Salute. Cheers. Just to let you know, I have some wine here to the right on the floor. But tonight, I don't know. I felt like drinking ginger ale. I could mix the ginger ale in the wine. But anyway, Tim, thank you for all you've done. And cheers. I just had a sweet tooth for Canada Dry, just one of those things. Okay. TJ Wolf says, what happened to Halo? Yeah, they did 9 parts, 9 episodes. Part 1 was on my birthday, March 24th. Thank you, Paramount Plus. It ended last month. They did 9 parts. You can sign up for Paramount. I think it's free for a week. So if you want to binge watch Halo for a week for free, it's well worth. But it's only $5 a month. But it's ended. I thought the finale was kick-ass. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward for season 2. But yeah, Halo is over. I'm watching Star Trek Strange New Worlds on Paramount, a new show. It's kind of a throwback to the 60s Star Trek, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty funny, actually, too. Great special effects. So anyway, check out Paramount Plus. Tim says, at least only your foot's broken. Your brain is broken. What's the matter? You coming or going? Anyway. Yeah, the last couple of years, I think a lot of our brains have been, Anyway, this weekend should be nice, sunny, not as humid. And as I started the show, this is the weekend of the annual Dean Martin Festival. So it's nice to run into people downtown and the Dean Martin singer impersonators. It's awesome. So anyway. TJ Wolf says, cool, how did you get that sound thing at the bottom? I believe this is an OBS plugin. Waveform, sound wave, something like that. If you go search OBS plugins, there's probably a gazillion of them. And there's different kinds of shapes to this. So, yeah, you know, with me breaking my foot and not doing as much, being stuck at home, I had time to play around with things. But, yeah, I think it does look cool. So, I've been thoroughly enjoying it. All right. I know, Tim, you're only kidding, but seriously, with these lockdowns and the last 2 years of the pandemic, it has not been fun. Anyway, yeah, check out Halo on Paramount Plus, TJ Wolf. There's nothing like it on TV in my opinion, and it is like I said, it is different. It's not really per the books or the game, somewhat. It's just different. So check it out. The special effects are fine. And like I said, the ending surprised me. I don't get surprised that often when I watch film because I studied screenwriting in college years ago, over 20 years ago. And but yeah, check out the Halo TV series. You may like what you see. So anyway. I got to get a hold of our friend Slim Man. He actually broke his leg about the same time I broke my foot. Had a little accident. He's okay. So maybe I can convince him to do a little concert here. Maybe sometime next month. I need to tell him that, you know, in show business, when they say break a leg, you're not supposed to actually break a leg. But a bump bump. Ksh. Anyway. So how you been, Tim? It's been a while since I've had you on, man. I'll probably cut some grass tomorrow. It's supposed to be not as humid, a little bit cooler. So since the doctor says I'm okay to cut grass, and I guess it's good exercise for my foot. So I wish we'd get the pool open because I think the water therapy would be best for a situation like mine with my foot. But the doctor says I can ride my bike, so maybe I'll do that this weekend to ride my Schwinn very carefully. Tim, you upgraded the Ubuntu 2004 to 2204. Yeah, I installed it on my other machine on my 50-inch TV here to my left. I like it. It's the first one where all of my extensions worked out of the box. I didn't have to fix anything or delete anything. This is probably the best Ubuntu since the last Unity Ubuntu 1604. This is probably the best one. But yeah, it seems to work pretty good. So busy at home, Tim? Yeah, I understand, my friend. I completely understand. So here's my Starfield special effects. Those of you who are watching this, I kind of like this too. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Warp speed. Anyway, just another OBS plugin. So if you want to mess around with OBS Studio, lots of plugins. Yes, 1604 rocked. Yeah. That was, I missed that, but Canonical decided to drop Unity and go with the GNOME desktop. And here we are. Not my favorite desktop, but 2204 seems to work. I still prefer Mate, I think, number one, but 2204 Ubuntu seems to work pretty darn good. I am enjoying it. So for now, I'm sticking with Ubuntu Mate, Linux Mint, and Standard Ubuntu seems to work. Of course, there are other ones out there for beginners. Zorn, we've talked about Zorn and a few others, but those are my top three right now. You still have MX and Antix, okay? Those are lightweight and those good too. I'm still surprised how that Flatpak launched so quickly in Linux Mint. I was not expecting it to just jump at me like that, but you never know with Linux. Yeah, the unpredictability of Linux, I guess, is the standard, right? Unless you get a Chromebook, then there are no surprises, right? I came across some news nonsense a while back that I haven't done much since I've broken my foot, but apparently, and this is true, apparently in the Ukraine, God bless all those people, by the way, Ukrainian soldiers came across cases of high-quality vodka, according to them. They came across cases of high-quality vodka at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, Tim. Now, maybe it's just me. I don't think vodka and nuclear power is a good mix. Hey, Sergey, you drink lots of vodka, you have a meltdown. Ha, ha, ha. Anyway, that's what they found. I'm not sure the whole story to that, but I thought that was a bit shocking. What's vodka doing at a nuclear power plant? Period. Anyway, there was some other news and nonsense. I guess a bear broke in at an Airbnb. I forget where, and trashed the interior of this place. And I thought, what's a bear doing at an Airbnb? I'm like, oh, right. Airbnb. Air, bear, and bear. Duh. Just a joke. Anyway, that was some news and nonsense. So, yeah, Tim, alcohol and nuclear power, not a good mix. I guess we're lucky there wasn't another accident there, Chernobyl, right? Anyway, here's a drink to peace. Please, more peace. Anyway. Well, I'll stick around a little bit longer since I don't have any plans for this evening. See if anybody else joins here in the chat. Has anybody bought anything new, any new piece of technology or anything you want to share or done anything different? I haven't. The last thing I bought, I'm trying to think, what did I buy new? I think the last time I bought new was that nice $20 lapel mic that I'm not wearing now, but I wear it. I use it sometimes. It's pretty cool. Just $20. It works pretty good. But that's the last piece of technology that I bought. I bought it more out of curiosity. Didn't really need it, but maybe I'll use that next time. But yes, Tim, more peace. Cheers to peace. Absolutely. Sean's is in the house. Steam Deck. You bought a Steam Deck, really? Is that what you bought? Cool. How's it working out? There hasn't been much news about it. There was such a big hoopla about it, and then like nothing. I often joke that I have my own Steam Deck back here as my bathroom that you can't see, but anyway, that's a different Steam Deck altogether. But yeah, that's the gaming thing, right? Yeah, I'm just kind of curious how it works out because there hasn't been much on it lately. So, TJ Wolf, you bought a new gaming laptop. Ah, cool. Microsoft, Linux. Well, if it's gaming, it's probably Microsoft, right? Sean says you love it. Cool. Yeah, somebody who posted it on YouTube. I can't remember. But it looks like a nice piece of machinery, a nice piece of technology if you're into that. But and that was what, $400 or something like that? Well, that's cool that it works. I'm probably not gonna buy anything else this summer. Like I said, I'm more into just trying to recuperate from my broken foot and just don't feel like shopping, to be quite honest. So I thought about upgrading the Alexa Echo. I have the Echo Dot, the one that looks like a hockey puck. I thought about getting the one that looks like a tower for like better sound. What I've noticed sometimes in my bedroom, if I run the fan with the AC, I can't quite hear the hockey puck Alexa thingy. So I might trade that in. I don't know what I'll get for it. Just get a used larger Echo Dot, or just the Echo. Lexus no plug-in hybrid. Of course, now with the price of gas, but somebody here has a Tesla, the one with the gull-wing doors that come up like this. Is actually pretty slick. I don't know how far you can get per charge, but hey, I love my cordless lawnmowers. No gas and no maintenance. It's awesome, especially now. So Tim, you've been mainly on your phone instead of your computers. Yeah, when I've been staying home having my foot heal, it's just more convenient to have my phone with me. Sometimes I still have this. I've had it 3 years. This is the Kindle, not the Kindle, but the Amazon Fire tab. What is this? The 8. Sometimes I'll read at night in my bedroom with this versus a phone, because I can make the print bigger. I've been reading a couple of Burn Notice novels. I missed that show, Burn Notice, but yeah, sometimes I'll use this at night to read. But other than that, yeah, I really haven't done a lot of tech shopping. So, That was a very satisfying can of Canada. If somebody from Canada Dry would like to sponsor a show, please do. I love Canada Dry. And maybe next time, Tim, I'll mix this with red wine and see what it tastes like. I think I've done 7-Up, but anyway. We'll see if anybody else jumps in. If not, well, then we'll wrap this up for this evening. I should have music playing in the background so that waveform can dance around some more, right? Anyway, if anybody here who is new, who is watching and wants to say hello or have a question, please do. That's why I do these shows, to get some more people on board, and maybe some people overseas or don't normally catch these live shows and wants to say hello. Now's your chance. As you can see here on the show, we normally drink wine. At least I do. I actually got this tied in through my Zoom background, which works pretty good with no green screen. It's not too bad, so it seems to be stable, So I figured I was going to use this or use Skype, but since it's only me tonight, this is good enough. So yeah. To be taking care of Mom, Pongo, your dog, a Schnauzer, daughter. She had all of her wisdom teeth taken out. Wow. Yeah, I have all my wisdom teeth knocked out 20 years ago. Not fun. That was when I still lived in Florida. Not fun, but I healed. It took a while, about a month. But yeah, it's not a fun thing to do. But turned out okay. I thought I read somewhere where the price of graphics cards has been dropping. Is this true? They are more reasonable? Is that correct? Is the tide changing? What goes up must come down? I don't know. I've still been pretty lucky with my Dell, my Core i7 Dell here that still works. Looks like I got some updates to install, reboot it in Windows. I'm actually running this in Windows 10 for this evening, so select the time to restart. I will not restart now. At least I don't have, it's not forcing me to reboot, right? Do you have 3 embedded wisdom teeth? Oh no. Really? Yeah. I actually have a dentist appointment checkup Thursday. I have to go for deep cleaning. Guess I need to floss. I think we all need to floss more. Let's be honest. Do you floss enough? Anyway, I got to go Thursday. I used to be a pretty good flosser, but I got lazy during the pandemic, I think. Anyway, need to floss more. I wish they made a combination, dental washer, flosser, I mean, like whatever it's called, and just do it all at once. Anyway, just a thought. Or maybe they do now. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, go to dentist if you know you haven't been cleaning your teeth. You know what's coming, right? Anyway. All right, let's give this, why don't we give this a 5-minute warning, then we'll wrap it up for tonight. And I think what I'll do tomorrow morning, wake up before it gets too hot and start cutting some grass with my cordless lawnmowers. They're quieter. Before my neighbors start with their gas mowers and it's too loud. Yeah. You guys ever watch The Late Show with Craig Ferguson? He would have his guests come on, talk for 5-10 minutes, and then they would end the segment with an awkward pause. So right before Craig would say, thanks for stopping by, whatever, guest. But before that he would say, hey, let's finish with an awkward pause. So instead of saying, we'll be right back, him and his guest, they would just stare at each other or stare into the camera. An awkward pause, like just silence for like a good 60 seconds, which is the most awkward thing in show. Anyway, that was Craig Ferguson. So anyway, the awkward pause. Somebody call Y'all Say Groovy. He says, salute. Well, salute. My ginger ale is empty. I do have wine here, but I'm not going to drink out of a big wine gallon bottle. That would not be fun. Thank you, Tim. Good to see you. He says, I'm still in the background running the Carlo Rossi Fund. Thank you for keeping the red wine coming. Yes. I should have had a graphic. This one is sponsored by Timo. Yeah, Craig Ferguson and his sidekick robot was freaking hilarious. The robot Josh Robert Thompson from Cleveland did the best Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's good to be here. I need more power. He the best. I mean, absolutely nailed it. He did Morgan Freeman, Liam Neeson, Jay Leno. Anyway, I miss Craig Ferguson. He was just silly, just fun to watch. But yeah, ever since he quit or whatever, it hasn't been. Late night is not the same. I just don't stay up to watch late night anymore. I may catch the highlights on YouTube, but that's about it. So yeah, I've been watching on a Paramount Plus, Spy Wars, the true life stories of double agents, spies, Russian American documentary stuff. Pretty good show, Spy Wars. So the robot's name is Jeff Peterson, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's on YouTube, all the highlights, but I think it was Jeff Peterson. He did a while back. What was that one guy, the actor with the mustache, Wilford Brimley? He was in Cocoon. He had that raspy voice like, "This is Wilford Brimley. I want you to call this number for more information." I think that was Wilford Brimley, right? So Josh, Robert does an impersonation. "This is Wilford Brimley. I want you to pick up the phone right now or I'll kill you." Oh, man. I'll never forget that joke. That was hilarious. Anyway, Wilford Brimley. Those of you who are watching this late, we're just having some fun, right? I went through all the main topics. You'll have to rewind this and watch it later, listen to this later. So I'm just shooting the breeze right now. All right, what time is it? It is almost 9:30. So is there anything else for tonight that's on your guys' mind you want to talk about or rant about? If not, I guess we'll wrap it up here because I'm pretty much out of topics. Again, just going solo for tonight. Maybe next week we'll do a Linux 18 if we can get all ourselves on one schedule. It's been tough the last couple of years, so you know. I don't think I missed anybody in the chat, so yeah, I think we're good. All right, Tim and everybody else who joined in, thank you for stopping by for this unscheduled live show. I think I'm just going to rest up for the rest of the evening, take off my shoes, stretch my feet, do some exercise before bed. It should be a nice, comfortable evening, dry, not as humid here in Ohio. Maybe I'll play some Dean Martin music. When the Chromebook hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Right, Tim? All right, on that note, I'll say arrivederci. If you guys have any questions or comments, you know how to reach me. So those of you who live in Florida, post your comments below and make me feel jealous because I wish I was there. Ciao.